What's going on? This is your man, Big Stu, Scott Stewart, Professor Stewart. It really depends on how you know me. And we are back representing Pool. I have the opportunity to have a conversation with you and Terry D, the CEO and founder of Boy So Ill Beats and the creator of the Song Reactor. Shout out to Terry D. What's happening, brother?
Oh man, appreciate you having me on once again. We did our little 2 years early. Now we back as promised, you know. So look, let's talk about it.
So look, let me just say you, musicspool.com is a brand new music streaming platform for new and emerging artists. We are designed to educate artists, to help artists get educated, give them direction so they can fruitfully live off of their artistry. And we do that by providing them a platform to have their music played, an opportunity to have them find and identify new fans, to merchandise their brand, to give them live performances, and to put them in room and spaces with people that they may not normally have access to. And we are doing that now. So Terry D, founder and CEO of Boy So Ill. Who is Terry D? I know you. I've been knowing you for most of my life. I know who you are. I think you're a stand-up dude, real consistent. You handle your business. You're a father. You're a husband. You're a brother. You're a son. You're a community leader. You are a mentor. You are a cousin, uncle, all that good stuff. Who are you to you, brother Terry D?
Just somebody striving to be the best man and that I can be, and provide, service as I develop my talent. I feel it all boils down to my ability to serve people.
Indeed.
So that's pretty much it. Who I am in a nutshell, man. Just evolving, trying to get, making mistakes, correcting the mistakes, getting it right. And as I get it right, that's what becomes part of my service.
Indeed, brother. Indeed, brother. Tell us a little bit about your music career. How did you get started in the music business in the first place, bro?
To make it real quick, I start off, rapping way back in the day in the 80s, man. So then from there evolved to producing and studying drums and studying music theory to the point where I said, I need to be serious about it and incorporate something, get an LLC. So then I went into business in 2011. So it's about 10 years. And now, I'm to the point where my service turned from like a lyrical service and a musical service as far as production into more of a data service for artists who I feel desperately, even if they don't know it, they need it.
All right, so we're going to talk about that in a minute. And when you talk about this data service, we'll come back to that in a second. So I see you got some live equipment back there. You got some drums. You play the drums, brother? You play instruments?
Yeah.
Are you formally trained at instrumentation?
I studied under Paul Murphy on the drums and also with the sound with music theory, and that's a whole nother conversation though. But it's always a work in progress, man. It's always but what it does teach you when you get into that, when you see somebody really doing their thing, that is a fluke. That's not a fluke, man. They put in time. You know what I mean? They put it, and that's the thing that you don't see. You don't see them putting in that time. You just see after they put in all that time, and
you see the fanfare.
Right. You can make it can make sense. It's easier than what it was to get to that level. You know what I mean? It's damn hard.
That's just like on social media. People only post the good stuff for the most part. you don't see the work that goes into those vacation trips or
Hmm.
those dope skyline shots. People show you when their plane is landing and the plane is taking off. They don't show you waiting for their luggage or carrying they luggage through the airport.
Right. Or here go $20 on the trip this week.
Right.
You go another 50 on the trip this week.
You don't see the grind on how they had to get there. They
Right.
just show you the fanfare. Same with the music business.
Hmm.
So you talked about this data service.
Sure.
Without getting too technical, because I know you into it, bro. I've been along with you on the journey, observing from the sidelines. But you talk about this data service, and the name of that service is the Reactor or Song Reactor.
Song Reactor. Right. It's
Yeah. So
basically
what? Yeah. What is Song Reactor?
it's what the name is. You're getting reaction to your song. And
Now, why is that? Yeah, like why is that? Like, okay, so yeah, go. I know you're about to go into it, so people gonna get a reaction from my song when I put it out. When I make the video and put it on YouTube, I'm gonna get a reaction. I'll know why is the Song Reactor, your technology, your data service different from me creating the song, going in the studio, making the video, and putting it out and waiting to get a reaction from the people that way.
because it may be too late. You can't, artists have been doing that way, and I can't fault them from doing that way because this invention wasn't available at the time. But it makes no sense to do something like that. It's like, for instance, let's say you're a chef, right? And you got a new recipe, and
Mm-hmm.
you're cooking it up in the kitchen. Boom. Now let's say you just say, okay, I'm gonna get this to the world. You ain't asked nobody what it tastes like. Would you taste this? Would you taste it? But I'm gonna send it across the planet. You know what I mean?
That's what YouTube, in essence, that's what YouTube is. You sending it across the planet.
Exactly. And then
But
what if,
that's why I'm gonna get the feedback. I'm gonna get the reaction from the people when they.
okay, let's say that food didn't taste good.
Mm.
Now you done ruined your reputation. So when they see you, be like, no, don't go to that restaurant. I already had some of that. Now it's too many restaurants. So as soon as they see you, it's like, no, we good. We good. You didn't, that's really what you offered me, man. That tastes like, whatever adjective you want to use, a bad one. It could, now if it's good on the other hand, then you fine, but you're risking it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
even major artists who can flop. Like Eminem put an album out not too long ago, it flopped. This is a major artist.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact is, he didn't get it, do his research on it. You got to get feedback on something so you can understand where you don't even know what you have at that point. You just made a
So
song.
you're talking about a marketing concept. You see, so I imagine you're talking to artists as if they understand business. Can you talk about that a little bit? You have a perspective that artists are businesses and they should approach their artistry from a business perspective. What you're talking about is getting research. Do I have that right? Can you talk a little bit about is that what you're talking about? Getting research before you determine whether or not you should send that song to YouTube and across the planet. Is that what we're talking about here?
It's basically testing a product, and in a business, all businesses have products, right? I don't care if you're a bank, their products is loans,
Mm-hmm.
for a car dealership, their product is, a Chevy Malibu. That's their
Mm-hmm.
product. So all businesses test their products before. Could you imagine getting in the car today and test?
Mm.
Or you get on a roller coaster, they never tested it, right?
Mm.
Don't tell,
Mm.
man. If it fly off, it fly off. Oh, you're gonna be the first one on it. No,
Yeah.
everybody tests their product. So as an artist, your product is your song. That is your
Mm-hmm.
song. That is your product. So do you have a good product? Do you have a great product? Do you have a bad product? When you
Mm-hmm.
first make it, you don't know. You have no idea. You could love it to death, right?
Mm.
All your friends could love it, but you have to test it to see what the people say as far as
Mm.
do they love it? What kind of, because you could make, like you were saying, they could put it on YouTube and put it out there. Now you got to shoot that video, right?
How much is that? How much is that today to
On
shoot a
average,
video?
300. On the low side is 300.
$300 to shoot a video. Okay.
Right. Now, before you shoot that video, you should have mix and mastered it. You know, you don't necessarily have to, but if you're trying to be professional, you're gonna do some kind of mixing and mastering to it. On the low
Mm-hmm.
side, that's 300 too, right? So that's 600 right there.
600. Mm-hmm.
So now you done already spent $600.
Now, is mixing and mastering an additional cost after recording the song, or
Yes.
that is so how much? So then I got to first I got to get in the studio and record the song,
Well, that's you can't get around that. You have
and
you,
that costs me on
uh,
average what two, $300, $400 on the low side. I'm talking about cats across the street. My
right.
nephew and them, right? They spending what
Yeah,
25, $40 an hour in the studio,
yeah, exactly.
four hours at a time, maybe.
If they prepared, you know, some people getting in and don't know their music, don't know their lyrics. But if you ready to go, of a polished artist, they can get in there in a couple hours, 4 hours. You know, they gotta be polished though. But yeah, so that's another three. But I don't knock that, you know, as far as in my opinion, because you have to pay that expense. You don't have to pay for mixing and mastering and shooting a video.
Okay. So you're gonna pay to record the song.
You have to, yeah.
You're gonna because that's the so that's a and so once you record the song, should they test it before they mix and master it, or
Absolutely.
should they mix and master it and then test it?
No, you get it, you know, if depends on what kind of studio you go to, you get a decent copy of it. You know, you don't want
Okay.
it too loud or too low.
Mhm.
You know, but you know, the reactor is also, you know, when you're talking to somebody, you can let them know that this is I'm thinking about release. I want your opinion.
Mhm.
If not finished, let me know how you feel about it.
Now let me stop for a second because I think some people, generally speaking, like Boy So Will beats Terry D with no disrespect to you, even with me. People don't know who I am. Only people know who I am are the people that I talk to. The world don't know Big Stu. The world doesn't know Terry D. Well, you know, and I know you're an extremely humble dude. But who
Yeah.
have you worked with to give you credibility to even have this conversation, bro? Like, give me one big name artist that I might know that just one that you may have produced a song for, been in the studio with. Just
You're hilarious, man. That's my guy, Vic. I love his brother. I'm gonna say Wu-Tang Clan, man. Wu-Tang member, Capadonna.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's
So wait, let's let that sink in. You produced a song for Capadonna of the world famous Wu-Tang Clan,
yes, sir, absolutely. Came to
and
Chicago.
it made his album.
Yeah, I think it's the second song on his album. I think it's the second or third. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's got a video to it.
A
Oh,
recent song. You talking about something from the 80s, 90s? I mean,
no, his last album. His last
it's
album.
like something recently.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
very
you ain't no old dude that ain't did nothing in a while. You've done something recent, and you've been in conversations with people like Warren Campbell. You've been in conversations with people like Drew Sidora. You've
yes.
been in conversations with many other people. We could name drop, but I don't want to spend the night trying to name drop and impress people. I do want people to know that you have worked with some amazing artists, creatives. You ain't just out here just making shit up.
Right, right, right. I
Okay. All
understand that.
right.
I get that. You know,
Okay.
that people want that social proof. But you know,
Yeah.
even if they didn't know me, it's the truth of the matter is the product works. My product works, you know, and
Mhm.
well, another part for my history, besides the music is being an electrician. You know, I'm certified, I'm a certified electrician. And a lot of those uh principles of being an electrician, I applied that into the reactor, you know,
Mm.
like you gotta have permissives and all these, you know, let me put
So
a
you built this play. You coded this. You're coding this technology yourself. You're building. You didn't send this out to. No disrespect to the Middle East, Southeast Asia. You didn't send this out to India
no,
to do this.
I took a 2.5 year labor of learning how to get this to do what I needed to do. And I got that based on history of being in music and being an electrician. I kind of
Oh
merged
man,
the
it's just
world.
crazy, bro. Yeah, and so I'm in. You know, a lot of people, some people in my circle may know, I'm all about bridging business and tech,
Mm,
and so that's what you've done. You've taken a business need, applied some tech, particularly some STEM, right? The engineering aspect, right?
yeah.
Some science, some technology, some
Hmm.
engineering, some math to
Absolutely.
solve a real problem for real people, right?
That's
And
right.
you've built this technology. You are a technology influencer, creator company,
I appreciate that. I
business and tech. All right.
never
All
thought
right.
of that description, but yeah.
All right. So you told us what the reactor is. It allows you to get some reactions for your music, gives you some data to determine what's the benefit of the reactor, the
The,
song reactor.
the benefit is it closes or it answers that question, like what should I do with this song? Is this song something? Is it should I shoot a video? That's where it comes in, like we were saying, the video and the mixing and mastering. Should I mix and master this? You know, because that's a
Mm,
cost. But like we just said, that's a $600 cost on the low side. So as far as mixing and mastering and shooting a video. So let's say you shoot a video, it's so many benefits, but right here, let's say you shoot a mix and master, shoot a video. Now you have to wait and see what people think about the video. And keep in mind that ruining your reputation thing because it's so much competition. But now you got to wait and see what people think about it. And then how long are you going to wait? You know, 90 days or how much time do you give it? Secondly, that point just crossed my mind and I lost what
I'm
was
sorry, it'll come back. It'll come back.
um so oh yeah. So how long as what the song reactor does is let's say you start right here, you release your music, or let's say you make the music. Now you got so much time that you have to wait before you shoot the video. I don't know if you're gonna mix and master it that day, but then get the response from you go check your data and see the views. How many views am I getting? And it's a long period of time. Song reactor catches it right here way
Mm,
before you get down there, right? So, and you're not spending $600. Let's say 3 months, 6 months down the line, don't nobody care about that song. Nobody.
mm,
You got 200 views. Let me tell you this too, real quick, because I was doing some research on it. Um, so, a person, you know, I ain't gonna say their name, but a very influential producer who I've been in contact working with, um, is just he's putting out music right now, right? And has 300,000 followers on Instagram. And that artist he's working with has about 60,000 followers. I hope this is loud enough, but they've been saying this song is coming up. They've been saying, we shooting a video. They showed clips of shooting a video and they did like a little pre-launch. And so they launched it. And it's been 3 weeks now. I haven't checked the day, but 2 weeks later, I just told you they got 300,000 followers on Instagram. Um, they got 321 views on the video, not even 1,000 views, not even 500 views. And this is a big time influential producer. He got 320. Well, they got 300. And then out of that, they got 66 likes, right?
mm.
So you coming from 300,000 possible people. You know, Instagram is basically an advertising platform. You got 300,000 and you got, when you get down to the bottom, 66, not even 100 likes. So then I took it to the math on that as far as the how much
What
income you make.
percentage? Oh, okay.
It is that came to like $4, and if you got ads, like $9. Okay, $4. You can get a Big Mac. Well, maybe you can get a Big Mac for $4, but you got to think how much time that person spent mixing and mastering it, shooting a video, and that was a professional video. Dancers in
Mm,
it, out
Mm,
in a beautiful location with
mm.
lighting, and so I imagine they probably spent 10 grand on that record. And later on, you got 66 people with their thumbs up. On top of that, that doesn't mean they're gonna stream your song. Just because they like it does not mean they're gonna stream it.
And let me just say right here on right now, it's a great opportunity for a shameless plug. At Pool, we don't care about them damn streams. What we care about is how many people gonna pull out that wallet and drop that dollar on your music or your merchandise. So I think good point. Like, yeah, okay, streaming services, you get the streams. You got to damn near have 1 billion streams to get anything worthwhile these days. So
True.
your point is, you got 300 some thousand followers or people that you could have a touch with, and you have less than 1% of those people even said they would like it. And of that 66, let's say you had 10% of the people, let's say you had 10% of the 66 that would buy it. That's 7 people.
Right.
That's
So
7 people.
so
On a global platform.
yeah, and you just spent about 10 grand.
And how would the reactor, if they had used the reactor, take us through that. Take us through that. If they would have used the reactor, then what?
That's the difference, man. Number one, you would get a score on your song, right? So once you get so many people giving their feedback, you're going to get a score. So let's say you're a regular student and you get a report card of a D- or a F. Would you go ahead? I'm going ahead and invest in this song. Yeah, let's do a video for it. I got an F on it.
No.
Exactly. It makes no sense. So that right there, it cuts it off. Right. And it's not me giving you that grade. It's what the people are saying.
This is actually, and this is smart.
Thanks.
This is smart. This is smart. It's smart of you, but it's smart on an emerging artist. Any artist, shit. You don't have to be an emerging artist. You can be, a big selling top artist, to just put your music in this reactor.
Absolutely.
and find out before you invest further, what do the people say?
It only makes sense.
Now, my question, here's where you kind of change the game and you put the onus back. Now, particularly if you are an emerging artist, you're new or emerging. Terry D, CEO of Boyce Will Beats, creator of the Reactor. Where do these people come from?
Good question. Very
Where
good.
do the people come from that are listening to and rating your music?
Right. So the Reactor being a new platform, I'm building listeners, which is that'll be later. But for right now, I think it's great. Even if I had listeners, I think it's amazing and necessary for an artist to go find people. Go out, develop yourself. Because some people are what's that word? Not covert, but
Introverts.
Right?
Introverts.
So you're gonna have to come out of your shell if you're trying to be a profitable artist, right?
We're not talking to the people who doing this as hobbies. It's just to, the therapist said make music and then it'll make you feel better.
Right.
We're talking about people who want to make a career out of this.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Not for therapy, and because some artists do that. I'm talking about you just want to get out the hood, they want a better lifestyle and everything. Let me come back to your point. What was
like where do these people come from that are rating my music?
Right. So let's say you Big Stu, you just dropped the record, right?
And I did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't. I'm done.
Okay. So
I'm talking about the song that remember we did a couple of years ago for the MISAC project. You executive produced in the studio. But anyway, so I released a song. Okay.
So let's realistically walk through the process. You just released it. Now, what do you think about your record?
I think my shit is hot.
That's what most artists do, right?
But my shit the hottest thing out, bro.
But it ain't about what you say. It's really not. It's cool that you think that, but you're not gonna feel 1,000 chairs. You're gonna be on stage.
Right.
Right. And then your friend's opinion. Oh man, that's dope. Yeah, listen, if you got maybe 10, 20, well, how many, they not gonna fill the audience up. So you can't rely on them. You got to go to the people who's gonna be in those cheers. You got to go to the people that's gonna buy your merch. You know what I'm saying? You got to go find these people. And you can't be lazy about it. It's, for instance, you brought up Drew Sidora. Like so for me and Drew to create a relationship, I had to go to LA. You know, I had to go to L. I didn't stay in Chicago and just be like, yeah, Drew, what's going on? Because the action really is in LA. And there's so many obstacles that artists are presented with that the reactor helps you with. Is I can't even, I'm gonna have to write them all down, man. But you got to be where the action is. My uncle taught me that too. And he's out in LA. He said, Terry, you got to be where the action is. But I got so many thoughts on my mind. Where so you got to go get the people. You need.
So I got a song. What do I do next if I want to use? If I want to test it out, I got you. I'm going to use the Song Reaktor. I upload the song to the Reactor. Who's listening? Who's rating my song?
Right. So it's up to you now. You gonna have.
Oh, this is the game changer right here.
Are you lazy? Even watch what major labels tell people after they get their record deal. They sign for whatever much they sign for, 250,000, a million, whatever it is. A lot of times you hear the A&Rs, they say these artists think they done, and the work is just about
you're just getting started.
And you, as an independent person, it's the same thing. When you finish a song, the work is about to start.
Yeah,
you can't be like, okay,
that was the pre-work.
Right, that's okay. It's a decent song, or is it a decent song? But in this case, is it a decent song? Now the work starts to find out.
And how do I do that, Terry?
You can do it two ways. You can do it two ways. You could put it on your social media links, you know, and you could put it on there, or you could go out to the people, you know. Say, let's say you're a high school student, you know, you go to people, hey, would you listen to my song? You know, and you got the a QR code I give them where that's not the one I gave you, but it's a separate QR code to make it simple, where you say, yeah, I'll listen to it. Let me check it out. Boom. They pick up their phone, they scan it. Now they if they're willing to fill out their contact information, because hopefully they're going to like your song, right? But that's how you start building your fan base. You're going to talk.
So should I be talking to my friends and my family and I should go to people that I know first?
I mean, you can send your music. I wouldn't rely on that, because give you an example. What if your girlfriend puts on, not you in particular, just, you know, hypothetical, your girlfriend puts on something, let's say she's a little overweight, right? And she put on something, baby, how I look. What are you gonna tell her? You know, man,
however you feel, baby, do you? Do you like it? Okay, right.
Now, what if in your mind you're thinking, nah, that's not the one.
Right.
Change that outfit. But your heart, your feelings, you know, as a human, I don't want to tell you that. Even though that's how I feel, I don't want to tell you that, because you're gonna feel a certain way after I tell you that. So
most people don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
Exactly. So that's the anonymity of the Song Reactor. So I would not go to my friends, and they could you gonna hear what they say anyway. You know, I got to go outside of them. Let me go out to an unbiased person to tell me, because they don't care about hurting your feelings. You know, is dope or it's not dope. And that's really what you need to know. Is it dope, or is it somewhere in between? And once you get that data back from at least 30 people, because that way you got a decent amount of people for your results. And you know, you get this score. Now, out of those 30, you may have, if it's a decent song, if it's a nice song, if it's a really nice song, you got to smash. You don't get 15, 20 out of 30 people. Now, those are real people. Like I said, that producer had 300,000 followers.
But we don't know who those people are. We don't know if they're real people.
And you don't know their names, right? A lot of times, like if somebody put a thumbs up, who was that person that liked it? I have no idea. But with the
So
Song Reactor,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
please. No, please go ahead.
I was going to say with the Song Reactor, you're going to know who that was. You're going to know
Mm-hmm.
what city they're from, right? City and
Mm-hmm.
state. You're going to know their age and gender. So now,
Mm-hmm.
let's say the show coming up at the Promontory, or any shows at the Promontory, if they in the Song Reactor for 6 months, uh, a year and a half, 2 years, you're going to grow your fan base. You're going to know, especially if you're in Chicago, if that's where you're
Mm-hmm.
doing your groundwork. Um, just think after you got 20 people, 50 that really like your song, because Song Reactor gives it, give you the plain fact. They like it or they don't. You're gonna see the score. But once you start accumulating fans, it comes right to your inbox for every song. Yeah, I think that's so cool. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it comes right there where you can contact them. Now you got to show the promontory. It's been 6 months, a year and a half. You got 90 people that's rocking with you, 100 people that's real fans.
That will
That's
pay.
rocking.
That's not asking for a discount. That ain't trying to get on the VIP list. They want to support you. They want to see you. They're your fans.
Exactly. That's another reason you don't want just your friends and family. You know what I'm saying? You want
Mm-hmm.
because they want the for free. Let me get in.
Mm-hmm.
You know how when we was young, that's how we was. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm in for
So,
free.
so this is really revolutionary. So I can get those 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 fans that'll pay. And then if I bring, and now I can bring my friends along, because some artists, the only people they'll get without the reactor, potentially that's the only people you'll get in the show are your friends and family, and none of them paid. So now
Right.
I got 50, 60 fans that are paid, 20,
Ooh,
30 fans,
there you
and I
go.
can bring my family and friends. Now I got a show with 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 people in the audience,
Yeah, and that's not
and
ordinary.
and, and that's not ordinary at all.
No,
It's extraordinary, by the way,
yeah, that's
that
that's
you, yeah.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was continue, man. This is,
That's,
yeah.
I don't think artists really on a realistic level understand that's big. Those some good numbers, man. If you pulling in 100 people, right?
Woo, woo, woo.
Think about this. You got 100 fans, right? Or more, but most people don't want to go to the show by themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna grab my buddy who may not even know you. Let's go check out this guy named Big Stu. So now
Mm-hmm.
that's 2 tickets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just one for me. So that 100 could easily turn into 200 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
You split that with the door. Let's say the ticket $20. Now I'm gonna get 10, 200 times 10. That's $2,000, right? For that
Mm-hmm.
night from not just your family, right? Because the well
Right.
run dry after a while. Look,
Yeah.
man, I always come to the show, man. I'm always, I come out of my
Mm-hmm.
pocket. See, that's what I know through my personal journey. That was one of the mistakes. I was not going out there avidly trying to find other people. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
relying on the crew. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's so through this journey, like he was saying, like we've been through this road, and I don't want y'all to make the same mistake I did. You make a new mistake. I'm not gonna let you make the mistakes I made. And
Mm-hmm.
when I made the reactor, I have all these things in mind as I'm crowd. Okay, they're gonna need this. Now, how do I get this to do? That's why it took so long to build this thing to where it actually is something that that will work. And as a electrician, that's part of my job is to find out why something's not working and make it work.
Yeah, that's dope. Super dope. As an electrician, your job is to find out where the problem is and solve it.
Yeah,
Find out why it's not working and fix it. And
right.
you brought that ideology to the music business to help new and emerging artists. Now,
Exactly.
artists that's on and popping can use this too.
They need
It
to.
may be a little easier for them, but if I'm a new artist and I've just dropped 3 or 4 songs, I got a studio in my bedroom, and
Mhm.
I record in my closet,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people who are afraid to let people hear their music because
Mhm.
they're afraid of the response.
Mhm.
They're those people who, what did we just say? They're
Introvert.
introverts. And so they have great, maybe they have great music, but they're afraid of the response. One part, so I got the music, I got the song, I uploaded to the Reactor. Now I got to go out and find people to give me honest feedback.
Yes.
Now here's the kicker. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it because Terry D is a nice man, and he's not gonna say it like I'm gonna say it because sometimes I don't give a fuck. If you scared to go find the people who will rock with your music, stop fucking recording the music.
Real
Just stop, or stop acting like you want to be on and popping as an artist. If you want to record the music, but you are too, like Terry D said, you're too lazy to go find the people. And ain't nobody asking you to stand on 87th and the Dan Ryan and at the light and ask people, hey, nobody's asking you. You got to get creative. You got to figure it out. But you got to get out of your comfort zone.
Got to.
And figure out how you're going to attract people to you. Right? Whether it's through your music or through your brand image or messaging or some way, somehow. But the other point, Terry D and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Hey, man, if you can't get 30 people to rate your music, you really ought to rethink what you're fucking doing, man. You really got to rethink. You can't get 30 people. I give you 30 days. You can't get 30 people?
It's one a day.
So we're going to test this. We're going to test this theory out. And normally this is like $250 per song to get the test, right? Normally. Is that right? Is it more than that?
It depends. It depends on which service they're trying to get.
So on average, but I think we talked about the 250 service.
Right.
Yeah. So then you have one service, you have multiple services.
Right. The 250, I'm not going to even go into that for sake of time.
Yeah. But, so basically you have a service that's $250. Can you describe that service?
Oh, that's amazing service, man. That's for people who really, really, really ready to get down, because it involves, like I was saying, you gotta go where the action is, what my uncle was telling me. And that reactor, because you got different reactors, that reactor puts you where the action is, because it's gonna take you to multi-platinum producers. It puts you in a realm where you can work with these kind of professionals. That's that reactor, you get 100 reactions on that one. And which I must say too, the more reactions you get, or the more people you get responding, the better your data is, the more accurate it is. So you can imagine if you ask one person what you think and they love it, that's just one person, right? So that doesn't mean everybody gonna love it. You ask two people, that's only two. So the more people you ask, all those data points come in, and the more accurate, when you get a number, is more and more accurate. So not only are you getting an accurate number, a more accurate number, it's putting you in the ranks or in the realm and on the radar of high status people. It's something I didn't even tell you about yet. That's because I'm still waiting on some things. But that's the way to go. If I know if it's me and I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna put it on my album or release a video, I would want one of those kind of reactors.
But you do have something you do have an exclusive opportunity. You're working with somebody from 1500 and nothing. Is that right?
That's right.
What's his name? Mars.
My guy Mars, man.
My guy Mars.
Y'all Google him if y'all don't know him.
Check out my guy Mars. He's partnering with Boyce Will and the Reactor, Song Reaktor. And so artists who are on Pool right now currently have an opportunity to test this reactor out for free for a limited time. They get one song to test for free. Pick that song that's popping on Pool, or pick that song that you've been waiting on to test out. You'll get a chance to upload it. You got to go get at least 30 people, right? If you can't get 30, you get 29 people, you fell short. Got to get 30.
It's got to be 30.
You got to be 30 minimum. 28 don't count. I came close, but I almost had. Ain't gonna cut it here.
Well, let me tell you this: why you have to get 30, because your reactor won't close until you get 30, and that's
So
email.
you can't get your score.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So where do artists go right now who want to test a song? They
For
want to
those-
get a reactor. Yeah.
For those that's interested, you go to a QR code that I made available where you can just not screenshot it, but put your phone up to it where your camera can take a look at it, and it'll send you to, that's it right there. It'll put your camera up to it, and it'll open up a link to put you on the list to get a free reactor as they become available, because I can only do so many a day, and I'm going to open this up to you guys probably tonight as I see them start to come in. I'm going to start to open it up, and yeah, it's simple as that. Or you can go to bit.ly/save capital, as you see, if you can see that.
Well, where is that? Where is that?
What do you mean?
You say if I could see what bit.ly.
No, at the top of that screen where it say QR code,
where
it say save my spot, that S, capital M, capital S for spot, and those underscores in there is just like that. Bit.ly dot save my spot.
Save underscore my underscore spot.
Right.
That's bit.ly. I'm gonna add that. Hold on, I'm gonna add that right here. So it's bit.ly, bit.ly. I use bit.ly, bit.ly / save underscore my underscore spot, right?
Yeah, save spot. Those is interested. So you get,
and that's what it's gonna. I'm gonna boom, add that, and then is that it?
That's right. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can go to bit.ly save underscore my underscore spot. If you have an iPhone, particularly if you have the latest iPhone, all you do is hold your camera up to that screen.
It's
Now
blocked.
I gotta get that out of there. You just hold your camera up to that screen. I did it with the banner showing, and it worked. And I got this screen right here. This is it, Terry D, right?
That's it. That's it.
Save my spot.
It's real simple.
Yeah. Select the one that applies to you. So if you're a listener, an artist, listener and an artist, you want to enter the contest, you're a producer, you're a studio engineer, you're a record executive, record label, and then you put in some contact information, follow the steps, and you'll get a chance to take advantage of one, getting some reactions and having to go out and get the work. Can you get 30 people to rate your song? I think let's just start there. Can you get 30 people to rate your song? Can you get 30 people that are willing to put in their contact information and listen to your song? Now, if you can't get 30 people to say willing to, if your people, that's too much. Well, you ain't hot enough.
And how do you think they're gonna come to your show?
Listen,
they ain't gonna even listen to your music.
Terry D, we know people that follow bands, artists around wherever they performing at. They've traveled behind that tour bus. If they flying, they meet them in the next city, and we've seen it. People are they from New York, and they done drove to Virginia, Atlanta, Chicago, Miami, Colorado, Austin, Texas, LA, Phoenix, all for this one group, this one band, this one artist. That's a fan.
Exactly.
That's a fan.
They out there. They definitely out there.
There's your biggest cheerleader, man. They're gonna tell people about you. They're gonna do shit like you can't see it right here. They're gonna get tattoos of your brand name on them. You know, that's a fan, man.
Real talk. Yeah.
You know,
and that's when the rubber meets the road, man. Like, can you get these people to listen to your music? You know, it may seem when you watch, oh, I saw a video, they got 1 million views on this and that. Okay, well, you get 30.
Get
You know what I'm
30.
saying?
Right, right, right.
Just get 30, and you'll start to see the journey is more than what you may have perceived it to be. You know, and that's why I like the aspect of getting 30, because it's eye-opening to see, okay, it takes a little more work than what I thought it did to achieve these goals. You know, but the more you talk to somebody, the more comfortable you get the next time you talk to somebody. And the next, and also as you go along, you start to see what worked with this person, because you're gonna get a lot of people tell you no, I ain't got time for that. No, no, no. But then some people that say yes, you gonna make a mental note. What did I say that worked? And then you're gonna start to try that with the next person, and you're gonna fine tune to say, okay, now I got to the point where they listening, and that's how you building your fan base. You know, that's how you getting real feedback, and you can see, okay, this is how they feel about my music, not how I feel about it. This is how they feel about it. And then from there, you start tweaking it. You know, if you come back with a great score, you ain't got to tweak nothing on that. But if you come back with 22, you know, again, is that a song you want to mix and master? Is that a song you want to shoot a video for? You know, that's the whole purpose of it. And that's what escaped my mind earlier. So as you shooting that video and whatnot, you waiting 9 months, or the opportunity to perform at an open mic, you know, is gaps along those way, because those dates have to be secure. So maybe a month from now that you get out, or maybe 2 months before you can get on the open mic. You got to wait that long to get in front of people or to shoot a video. How long is that going to take to money up on that again and again? It's going to take a long. I know people have been doing this music for over 2 decades that are still struggling, right? And that's again, when I was making this reactor, it's a time factor. You need something that you can get in quick and find out what's going on with this song. I need to know really quickly. So artists, as soon as you get the formula how you can go out and talk to people, okay, this is how they feel about it. I got a banger, man. Once you get one though, once you get
That's all
one,
you need one. That's all you need is one.
no, it ain't. But once you get one, you're going to start to see some real results, you know. But like Slavic the engineer, you know, he gonna test you, man. He said, okay, you did one, do another one. You know, on the journey, as you getting these reactions, it's also forcing you to make adjustments in your music if you got a low score, you know. So you're going to get it back and say, okay, I need to tweak if it's a low score. And I'm going to assume it's a low score, because a lot of, you know, some people think they up there, but you get a reality check. I'm actually down here.
That's usually how it works.
Which is fine. You know, long as you not afraid to, okay, this is where I'm at. Let's work on this, you know, and you get that score. Say, okay, let me tweak a little something. Now you get another score. You say, okay, which score is higher? Is it lower? Or is it higher? If it's higher, I did something right. What did I do right? Right. So you're mentally figuring this thing, like Rick Ross. He knows what he's going to get. He knows what you want. You know what I mean? He knows it. It's like and when you picture a Rick Ross song, you know what you're going to get. He knows what the audience wants. And that's what you, as a new artist or an emerging artist, or even a seasoned artist, you may still not know who you are as an artist. Right. And you have to find that out. And you, as you become knowledgeable of who you are, your confidence grows, which is what makes a fan is something you're confident. It may not even be the lyrics at this point. It may just be so confident. I'm not confident, and I like the confidence he has, you know, which is making me. I like his music. But the point is, as you go along, you'll be tweaking until you get to the point where you're putting out some damn good music, and it may take a year or two. But think about when you get a college degree. 2 years, 4 years. So don't be afraid to put in the work.
And hopefully you artists get so great at your music that you can drop music and songs like Poopity Scoop. Scoop. You could drop songs and all you can say is Poopity Scoop. and
But
people will
you're a fan,
go
baby.
crazy for it.
You're fans, man.
They'll go crazy for it. But if you know your fan, hey, listen, musicspool.com has an event coming up on Thursday, June 17th and Saturday, June 19th. We have a live performance taking place at the Promontory here in Chicago on Thursday, June 17th. We have DJ Jeff the Illest holding us down on the sounds. And then we also have um, Wells Mattingly and O Plus the Prince. You can check them out at musicspool.com, as well as an open mic. That's Thursday, June 17th at the Promontory, 5311 South Lake Park in Chicago, in Hyde Park. That's Thursday, June 17th. You can go to musicspool.com to get tickets for that. And then we also have on Saturday, June 19th, we have a music seminar for new and emerging artists. We're bringing you content that you don't normally get anywhere else. So you'll have an opportunity to talk to Rita Lee, the founder and CEO of New Face Entertainment. She's also the creator of The Porch here in Chicago. She's the woman that's bringing Gucci to Chicago June 19th. That's her show. And she's also doing a show with Bon Jovi. And so she's a boss in this space. And she's this record executive, independent. She focuses on independent artists and helping artists maintain their independence. And then we have Grammy nominated songwriter, Grammy award winning songwriter, Mr. Kevin Shine, the founder of CEO Writing Sessions, founder and CEO of Writing Sessions of America. He's also the founder of the Firm Music Group, Mr. Kevin Shine. So that's happening on Saturday, June 17th. I'm sorry, I'm messing up the dates. That's happening on Saturday, June 19th. The live performance is Thursday, June 17th. For more information, you can go to musicspool.com and grab your tickets. Again, Saturday, June 19th, Kevin Shine, founder and CEO, Writing Sessions of America, Grammy nominated, Grammy award winning writer, and Rita Lee, founder and CEO of New Face Entertainment. That's Saturday, June 19th, 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Go cop your tickets today. All right. The Song Reactor. Please follow the Song Reactor on Instagram at Song Reactor, not the Song Reactor. You can follow Song Reactor on Instagram at Song Reactor, Reaktor. I thought I had it up, ready to go. Maybe I do. Terry D, final thoughts before we get out of here, man.
I got a couple of thoughts, but I just saw those tickets you had. That's some of you artists have to be willing to invest. You know, you really gotta start putting your money into yourself. You know, you could keep the money in your pocket if you want to, but you're not going to grow as fast as if you go and put yourself in that atmosphere, you know, with those kind of people. You know, yeah, it's and even in getting song reactors, it's the same thing. You have to invest in yourself. You know, that's what I did. Like, you see this equipment around me and drums and whatnot. You have to invest the headphone, the whole nine. Studio time. Studio time is one part of the investment, you know, or being in the closet, you know, doing your music like that. That's one. Then outside of that, you got to invest too. And the song platforms like Pool, this is a benefit to you because Instagram ain't doing this for you. You know, giving you an opportunity to do things that he's doing and bringing you these exclusives, free material that I'm bringing you. And the people that he knows, and then putting your music on this platform. These things, if you're not investing money, you need to be investing your time, towards things that will get you where you want, realistically, where you want to go.
Absolutely. This is all about helping artists to save time and money.
Absolutely.
Listen, I know y'all got money coming out y'all ears. I know y'all do. I don't. And if I did, I'm trying to keep most of it.
Absolutely.
And so I want to do things that are going to save me time and money. And that's what the Reactor is going to do. And that's what getting your tickets to have conversations with Kevin Shine and Rita Lee at these music seminars to up your educational game. Don't delay. Go to bit.ly, save my spot to get a song tested out for free. One song, got to get 30 people. Come get your education on Saturday, June 19th at the How to Get a Record Deal music seminar. And then come on out, Summertime Shy, on Thursday, June 17th in Hyde Park, one of the greatest neighborhoods in Chicago.
Yeah.
They got an outdoor patio. Hey, look, the capacity is only 60 people. I actually love that. So it's limited. Everybody can't even get in. Go get your tickets.
Right.
Musicspool.com. Get your song uploaded, because it's about time that Chicago claim its spot as the music hub it used to be back when we had Chess Records. It's our time, y'all. We here. So shout out to Terry D, one of the godfathers of the music industry here in Chicago. I appreciate your work and your effort. I appreciate you bridging business, technology, and the music industry. I appreciate you creating solutions for artists. And I appreciate your hard work, your attention to detail, the patience that you've had with yourself to create something useful and meaningful. Thank you so much, Terry D, for giving me an hour of your time tonight to have this conversation. Artists, if you don't take advantage of this, oh well, that was on you. Yeah. The smart, don't let that be you. The smart artist will. I already know. So be one of them smart artists. Don't be so you know everything. Look, even the preacher needs a preacher. The teacher needs a teacher. The doctor needs a doctor. The emerging artists, the new artists, the brand new artists, what'd you call them? The
introverts.
Yeah, you all, hey, come get this. Come get this. That is the benefit to you. So Terry D, I'm gonna call it a night, man. Thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you for having me on this platform before we get off here. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And, everything that you do, because I've watched your process as it's been going along, and, to stay the path, that's what it's all about, man. Staying on it.
Stay on it, man.
And
follow. Go ahead.
One real quick other thing is, as far as staying on that path, the people who make it, that is what I heard them saying. They said the only difference between me and the ones who I started out with was they gave up.
They quit.
So stay on the path, artists. Stay on it.
Follow Song Reaktor on Instagram at Song Reaktor. You'll catch up with Boy So Will and Terry D as well there. Y'all already know what it is. Until next time, people.